libres. Merci. Dieu nous a délivrés de la puissance des ténèbres et nous a...
Hello, hi. This now Metro Mola Alex Ndive, the singer. And this one is not a party political broadcast. It's just Metro Mola Alex Ndive, the singer, speaking. And a lot of things is happening. They happen for the Cameroons. And a lot of people just came in and they join and they speak without understanding impartiality. Looking at the Anglophone problem, most people they think is between Francophone and Anglophone. That's Anglophone problem have never been between Francophone and Anglophone. It has never been. So that's a lot of things where una no know. And una, some of una Anglophone and they mislead people then. Because sometimes, I don't know how una get una own history. Because actions speak louder than words. Una hear this song. How many of una know this song? So this song.
Transporté dans le royaume du Fils de son amour. En lui, nous avons la rédemption.
How many of una know that song?
Des péchés. Dieu merci, nous sommes libres. Oh mon Dieu, merci.
That's Anne-Marie's song. But forget about the song. The thing will be important for we about this song now that word liberty. So sometimes most of us would like to do monologue. I'm somebody. I'm happy to meet with different people. We exchange words on a live television. But most people of the Cameroons, they are scared because they don't believe in what they are saying. I believe in political activism. And my political activism have always been social and political change which is non-violent. Unfortunately or fortunately, some people, they don't follow me. They don't know what I belong. And I always tell them what I stand for. But unfortunately, because some people, they want their political gains, they try to associate me with wrong organization. All through my life, I've never belonged to a political party. I've never worked with the government of Aijo or Paul Biya, and I've never belonged to any group or association. I'm an individual. And to protest, it doesn't mean you belong to a group. I've been to different protests. I don't care whether it's Palestinian protests or whatever country. I fight for justice and equality. I don't fight for Anglophone problem. I fight for justice and equality. And the reason I've been fighting for the problem in British Cameroon is because there is injustice and there's inequality. That's why I'm fighting. I'm not fighting for British Cameroonian. No, I'm not fighting for them. My nature, I'm a child of the universe. And wherever there is injustice, you will find me there. Whenever there is inequality, you find me there. If you fight because, oh, I was born in Banso and they are cheating me. Oh, government, they do so me. You fight. That one, you're fighting for your interests. I don't fight for interests. And that's why I've never seen the problem, Anglophone problem, I've never seen it as a fight against Anglophone and Francophone. To me, it's a problem of injustice. It's a problem of inequality. It's not Anglophones. If you fight for something because, oh, because I'm a Bakwarian, I'm fighting that they are using our petrol, our oil, and whatsoever. So, if they solve the problem, then I will never fight for injustice or inequality in my life again. So that's a hypocrisy we face for a lot of people when they come and say they're activists. Activism is for everybody in the universe. Activism is not because I come from this area, I want to fight for my interests. Yes, you are entitled to fight for your interests. You're free. But that's not what I'm doing. And to us, we have been fighting for our fight, which I call it non-violence. A lot of people don't know this. And because there's social media today, they come and talk. Look at me. I'm not an old man, but let me tell you something. I had a lot of opportunity in the Cameroon. It was a matter of choice for me not to be working with the government of the Cameroons. I made the choice. It doesn't mean I hate them. I don't agree on their policies. And I believe if I want to fight them, I'll fight them in a civilized way. What do I mean civilized way? When I was a boy, the then Minister of National Education, René Zengele, wanted to assimilate, integrate our educational system with the French La République system. About, I cannot remember the time, maybe 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. We gather ourselves, we prepare. I was a boy. We walk from Bali to Bamenda, we stop all schools. And René Zengele stopped that hidden agenda. That's how I fight. And our educational system was not integrated or assimilated to La République on. That's how we fight. We did not kill anybody. We did not rape any person. We did not ask for any ransom. We did not make any lockdown. But there was a change. Same with the GC board. Same with multipartism. Same with the so-called special status. Same with, you know the rest. You can change a country without harassing your own civilians. Most of you go, I don't like to sit here and criticize people. But sometimes it's necessary. If you say you're a paramilitary or you're a military, you're fighting the government of La République, what has that got to do with a civilian? Do you read the law? Most of you started attacking people doing lockdown without knowing what is war crime. I started talking about it. Most of you don't know. And most of you who go around attacking, bringing lockdown, bringing the things, I don't want to name those things. You are the problem. Because do you know why? There's somebody in the UK. What's that man's name again? I know his name, but Ajem whatever. Let me check. He was sentenced for life imprisonment in the UK. Let me check. I'll tell you why. Sometimes you don't understand. Those of you who go around burning houses, burning cars, stopping people from travel, you're the one who are against the liberation of the people of British Cameroon. You are the one. Let me tell you why. Listen, this man, okay? I don't know if you can see him. This is him. If you can see him. He is somebody who has been fighting Ajem Chudra, jail for life. He has been in and out of prison. He has been linked with ISIS. He has been linked with other Islamic terrorists. He was given 28 years in prison recently this week in UK. So some of you don't know. People come and say, people of Southern Cameroon, they are terrorists, they are this. They are not terrorists. The British government, the American government, the Western government they know that the government of La République du Cameroon is a terrorist organization. They cannot say it because there are a lot of business people like the Glencore, the Savannah Energy, they are working with the government of the Cameroon. So sometimes they have to balance these things. And this Glencore, whether it's in America, in UK, Savannah Energy, these people employ a lot of people. So sometimes this government in the Western world, they cannot just come and denounce the government of La République, because if they denounce them, a lot of people will lose their job in America, Britain, and Europe, because most of these companies are the ones sustaining the economy of the Western country. I might ask some of you, why do you think Ivory Coast, that is the largest producer of cocoa in the world, why can they not be producing the chocolate and everything in Ivory Coast and make money? Why is it that they have to export it? When you export something, it's rubbish. When you export it, it doesn't make sense. You export it, they come and manufacture in the West, then they send it to us, it's very expensive. CDC. Something CDC belongs to us. Those people, the land, Bakure people and other people, CDC is our personal property. It doesn't belong to the Republic of Cameroon. It doesn't. But when we created it, La République, the constitution remains. They cannot change it. To export all the product to what? To these people. Why? The reason why we are poor in the Cameroons is not because we don't have the diamonds, the gold, the cocoa, the beans, the whatever. It's because there is an agreement that we cannot manufacture those things. We cannot industrialize ourselves. Those are the things we should be fighting for. In Scotland, there are people in Scotland who want to separate and have an independent country sovereign. There are people in Scotland who want to remain with Britain. There are people in Catalonia who want to separate from Spain, and there are people in Catalonia who want to remain with Spain. There are people in Quebec who want to separate with Canada. There are people there who want to remain with Canada. There are people in Northern Ireland who want to leave and some who want to remain. There are people in Belgium, the Flemish, who want to leave and some don't want to remain. So my point is, why do you think it's only your ideology which is important? The only politician that I respect in the history of the Cameroons in the 1940 and early 1960 is Dr. Endeli. When Dr. Endeli spoke and said, this is what I stand for. If you join these people, you have blood, the police, you're not able to talk. You people rejected him. And you, some of you, you know the people I'm talking about. When you did your small Nobi sick Cameroon now country, you joined Aijo. You should repent. Some of you should repent to us and apologize. Because in politics, when you choose your leaders represent you. When you fail to choose Dr. Endeli, that's what happened. I don't like these things that some people will come, oh, we are the only one who always fight. Fight doesn't mean violent. Fight doesn't mean physical. Dr. Endeli was fighting for us. Most of you in British Cameroon, you rejected Dr. Endeli. It took you more than 30 to 50 years to realize it. And when you realize it, don't come and be the Holy Mary. Don't come and be the Jesus Christ. You made your mistake. It's not Aijo who came and annexed us. It's not Paul Biya. You guys, some of you, you choose people who have got long throat to join Aijo and Paul Biya. That's what you have been doing. And when you want to talk, oh, division, listen, I have my political opinion. We are divided. The Cameroons is a country. We don't have the same political opinion. Let's not make that mistake. We don't have the same political opinion. We have different ethnicities in the Cameroons. British Cameroon, French Cameroon, we are not the same. Different custom, different tradition. Yes, the British and the French came in. We inherited those cultures too. But we should not make that mistake. That we should respect each other's culture. We should respect that. I was born in a place that we don't use violence to change things. Bakwere. I also come from Balignona. Some of them, they have entered this violence. When I first went there as a child, I never saw this violence. I understand. Balignona, they are from the north. They are not even from northwest. But at the end of the day, we should learn to accept our responsibility. I don't do blame games. When you vote for leaders to represent you, they go there to fight for your interests. President Ahidjo was, at the age of 33, was the Prime Minister of La République du Cameroon. And when you elect a Prime Minister or whatever, he's there for La République du Cameroon. We elected our own leaders in British Cameroon. If they fail us, let's stand and say, you fail us, we have made that mistake, and move on. Let's stop blaming different people. My problem is the blame game. Most of you will agree together that British Cameroon have been annexed. They are marginalizing us. I agree on that. But it is us, because of nepotism. Some of you call it tribalism. We were marginalized. We have been marginalized. And we have been annexed because some of you, you like to put only your tribes people there. That's what you do. In 1954, after Dr. Endeli, who were there? You put people there out not because of competence, but because of nepotism. After those people, they finish, what happened again? We fought for multipartism. I was fighting. I was in Guaquele with my Francophone brothers. We fought for multipartism. What happened? Some of you again, you created a party, nepotism, you put your countryman there. After you say, oh, yeah, Paul Biya have bribed your countryman. So why don't you put people who are honest? In the Cameroons, I look at it today. When you look whether it's journalism, TV station, people bring their tribes people there. Let's forget, it's a fact. Normally, as a journalist, you should say impartiality. You bring people from different ethnicity. But people always bring the same people there. They bring their tribes people, their friends from one area or whatsoever. That's what we do. And we blame Paul Biya. We see it every day. We see it. So at the end of the day, if you want to change a country or the Cameroons, you have to be impartial. You have to be fair. I have a right to come and say what I'm saying now. You have a right to come and say what you're saying. But the point is, most of you are afraid to come live and debate with other people. Because do you know why? You don't believe in what you're saying. Do you know why? Some people go behind. Oh, don't bring Mecha Alex Singer on this TV. Oh, don't bring that. What country do you want to change by telling other people not to bring somebody on a TV program? That's a cultural issue. So before us having this British Cameroon and La République problem, we have cultural issues. That's why I'm calling for ethno-cultural democracy, so that all of us, to me, whether you like it or not, some tribes in the Cameroons, they are more civilized than other tribes. So the uncivilized tribe who like to kill people, chop people's hand, chop people's head, they should keep that their culture in their villages. Because I've never supported people who chop people's head. I don't care what Ahidjo did or what Biya did. To me, if I'm Jesus, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Mandela or people, I choose non-violence. If you love violence, take your violence to your village. I've been saying this from day one. If you love violence, how many people, most of the people I see, they come and talk and shout. Can you go and stay in your village? Go and stay in your village. If you think you're that champion, you're championing the cause of the people, go and stay in your village. If you stay in your village, I will know. When I go to the Cameroons, oh, it's CPDM. Some people, they say, I'm Ambazonian. When did I join Ambazonia or CPDM? I know what I do. Before I do anything, I know what the law says, what is right or wrong. I'm not scared to go to La République anytime. If you catch me, you arrest me, you tell me, why are you arresting Maître Alex Lissinga? You tell me that. If you do that, it's very important. So my point is, I am saying, stop thinking that people must follow your doctrine. Before I was born, since 1954, when the Dr. Endeli, they were there, the Foncha, the Muna, some people have been doing those things. And before you point your finger to somebody, look at the other fingers that are pointing you. We talk about corruptions, we know corruptions. Under British Cameroon, a lot of people stole property that belongs to the government. They still own it today. We know them. So we should not pretend. I'm very impartial. I don't join groups because a lot of people, they try to play the victim. When everybody in the Cameroons, nearly everybody is a thief. It's a thief. I don't know how many people, as a boy, I went to Ngembo, I met Pa Muna. I talked with Pa Muna. He explained what happened to me. I went to Foncha Street as a boy or a teenager. I spoke to Pa Foncha because I was concerned with that country. But some of you were there working with La République. You have a job. Do you think I lack job? Today, if I want to work with La République, I will get a job. I don't want it. It's a matter of choice. So don't be that person. When you lose your job, then you come and start criticizing. You're not an activist. The only activist that I met, and I was part of his organization, Abel Mukon, the Human Rights Defense Group, I was part of his organization. I had my card. That's the only thing I've ever joined. I don't know Joa, but I've heard about Joa. He's somebody that I respected. Joa, I respect the man. From what I gather, what he did in those days, I don't know if I was born or whatsoever. But the person I met every day, Abel Mukon, used to come to our house. He used to come to our house. He's an honest man, a genuine man. That's the only person I can stand and talk about, Abel Mukon. I knew him. He comes to our house. His son, Eidi Bebe, was my classmate in CPC Bali. So I respect that person. But when you Anglophones, you go and put people there to represent you, and when they fail, who do you blame? Blame yourself. That's what I'm saying. When we started playing this song, Liberté, most of you were not, I don't know where you were or whatever. I'm not an old man, no. Because my age in Cameroon, they will still say I'm a very young man. Although in Britain, I would say I'm an old man. So when we used to play this song, we're playing it with my Francophone friends. We're fighting for Boya University and other universities. We're fighting for multipartism. We're fighting for GCE, but it was not about Francophone, Anglophone. It was not about violence. Even when we started fighting, when our university students were beaten, we started fighting. I slept in front of the embassy. I was all over the street in London, the French embassy. I was there with Francophones. So they call the major national dialogue. It's because of what we started in London. So these selfish things that people think they must make money for everything, I will not be part of it. And there will come a time when those of you who don't genuinely believe in change that we need, you will be isolated. Because I cannot spend my entire life rather. And some of you think you want to come and destroy something that you were not part of it. If we were killing people, if we were doing what you people are doing today, when you were working with La République, all of you call yourself now, or you used to be part of the SDF. If we were doing what you were doing, we would have chopped all your head. But when you want to join some people, join the civilized revolution. SCNC was there. We used to go the youth league all over Cameroon, do things. They never ban us. Why is it that they ban us today? We used to do all SCNC things in Cameroon. There was no problem. Why today? There was no social media. Why today? Because some overzealous people, they think that I'm a victim. You're not a victim. When some of you were working with La République, when some of you were supporting SDF, Frundi, SDF, you were not a victim. Each time you remove us, Dr. Endeli said, no, you kick Dr. Endeli aside and you went and joined La République. Now we are suffering and you come and talk. And I know the only person who can represent us should have the quality of Dr. Endeli. If you don't want it, move on. I started watching Dr. Endeli when I was a small child in primary school. 20th May, I will rush to come and see Dr. Endeli at Bongo Square in his chocolate Range Rover. I used to do that. I was influenced by people of quality. But because we agree. Two countries came together. I don't disagree. But we still have different ethnicities. And that's why British Cameroon National Party believe in ethno-cultural democracy. I don't want somebody to come and impose their culture on violence on me. I don't want it. If you have your culture on violence, take it to your village. Take it to your village. Whether you call me, oh, I'm this, I'm La République, I distinguish my political opinion from my family, from my other friends and relatives. I don't go and accuse my friends because they think differently from me. I don't do that. I don't do that. So if you go and attack your friends because they have different political opinion, you will never be a Democrat. Most of us will say, oh, we have Anglo-Saxon culture. You don't have it. Anglo-Saxon culture, you don't force people to believe in what you believe in. If you like violence, take the violence to your village. I can go to my village. I can live there. Nobody will harass me. But why can't you? Some of you will talk. Why can't you go to your village too? Go and stay in your village. We should understand that you don't have to force people to join you. State your opinion clearly. State your value clearly. People are going to follow you. When you use violence, I tell you, my brothers and sisters, darkness cannot replace darkness. Because at the end of the day, what some of you think that you're fighting La République, criminals have hijacked it. And what is happening? Criminals are attacking civilians and women. If these people were really fighters, after 8 years, they should be going to Yaoundé to fight. I don't believe in that type of fight. I've told you, Boya University was without fight. Multipartism was without violence. GCE board was without violence. Fake special status was without violence. And other things. So we can fight. When we put representative, we don't talk about deep sea port, ring road. That is the problem. Why don't we talk to those representatives, the MPs, the members of parliament that we have been supporting? We have never stood and tell them that, look, what are you doing there? Why is that there's no Victoria Gypsy Port? Come and show me your video that you have been chasing these people. You have never done that. In politics, when you keep silence, you're part of that problem. But I can tell you all my life I've been talking, but I've been a lone voice. When people started attacking civilians, they kidnapped 11 Bakore chiefs. They killed Mola Banda. I was the only one talking. Everybody was against me. I was the only one. The video is there. That's 8 years ago. And when some people, they join there now, they just come into it because people follow the wind. They come and say, oh, Metri, oh, I'm Ambazonia, oh, I'm this. I have no problem with Fon Godidinka. I respect him. What Fon Godidinka did in 1984, that's something that I respect. But other people who are claiming to be in Fon Godidinka organization, they are not. Because that's not what Fon Godidinka stood for, to be killing, raping women and children. I don't stand there. Nobody can stop me to belong in any organization. The day that I want to stand with somebody, we have our political opinion, we have a manifesto, and we talk with people. If you can give us a parliament in British Cameroon, we have a parliament in British Cameroon, we have separate institution in British Cameroon, I will work with you. I've made that point. It is clear. I don't care who you are. And at the moment, if I am challenging any persons, the persons that I'm challenging is the CNU rebranded CPDM. I don't care whether you belong to which group. I don't do group. I belong to a political party. And I will fight. Tell La République du Cameroun that we need equal status. I'm fighting La République du Cameroun. I don't care about any other person. You are not in government. You don't have powers. You are not there in government. So if you go around killing people, if they ask all of us today that this is a British Cameroon country, take it today. Let us say take it and rule it. If La République give you that country today, what will happen? Civil war. So you people are not prepared. Some of you who wants to fight our fight that we have started all through my life. If you want to fight the fight, use a civilized way. Make sure you get into parliament. Struggle. It doesn't take 1 day, 2 days, 1 year, 10 years. Start taking seats. So if tomorrow, even if they say, take this country tomorrow, you have people who are already there, like Scotland governing, Catalan, Quebec. That's why when you see these people who are asking for independence in the Western world, if you give Northern Ireland independence today, they will not be fighting because they are already there. They are already in the government. So there is a step. It's a step-by-step things. We should leave this cultural thing. Listen, some cultures in Britain, the culture in Britain, some of them, they were so primitive. They have abandoned it. So some of you should leave this your primitive culture that you think that you go around killing people and blame people for your problem. I don't believe it. Because some of you, you have vice president, prime minister, president of National Assembly. Why did they not construct road where you come from? Why? We still have the same people. Minister of Territorial Administration. Some of you, Ekema was just a mayor in Boya. Some of you wanted to kill Ekema. You wanted to kill Ekema. We have Atanganji. From Bamenda there are stone houses there in Commercial Avenue. The amount of abuse that Ekema had, I don't see the same abuse on Atanganji, who is Minister of Territorial Administration for the whole La République du Cameroun and British Cameroon. Why are you people not attacking Atanganji? Ekema was just for Boya, a small place. Atanganji is there. We have young Philemon after Prime Minister. Now he's there in the, how do you call it? Is it the UN whatsoever? Why don't you attack young Philemon? Why don't you do that? To me, if we want to fight, let's fight for equality. When you selectivity, most of you, you talk sometimes, you think, oh, I'm not part of your group, so I don't believe your division. I'm a member of British Cameroon National Party. I don't care about your division. But however, if you want to criticize, Somebody, if you want to criticize a particular person from somewhere, criticize the person from where you come from. You balance the report. You balance it. Don't think some of us, we are fools. The people who bring trouble is people. If you want equality, bring equality for everybody. It's very important. When Molan John Litumbe was alive, some people will go and vote SDF. But they were using Molan John Litumbe as that Ambazonian. How many of you were voting for Molan John Litumbe? So these are the things we don't like. I'm talking about equality. I don't care. If you want equality, do equality. So because the hypocrisy comes from Anglophone, and there's only one solution. If you want us to have equal status, it's a step by step. You don't need to agree on everything. All you need to do, identify what you agree as Anglophones and work on that. Don't go and form a government, bring people under you. It will never work. Because if we had success in the early 90s, it's because we're not forcing people to be under us. If we had success, it's because we go on values. It's not whether you were born in British Cameroon or La République du Cameroon. You look for people who share your values. 85% of people in La République du Cameroon, they share my values. When I was in the National Dialogue, they said, Maître, we are behind you. Why? It's because of my values. It's not because I'm an Anglophone. So anybody can be behind you based on your values. Whether you're a Nigerian, you're from the UK, America, Kenyan, or what. People can support you because of your values. And that values is what? Democracy, the rule of law, respect of individual liberty, tolerance, and belief. If you think it's one size fits all, monotheism, some of us were not born in a compound. We're born in a house. And in a house, everybody has a different ideology. In a compound, everybody must believe the same way. That's why you have freedom of expression, freedom of opinion. That's why everybody is entitled to their belief. The West is not the best place. It's that sometimes, even if you don't like somebody's opinion, accept it. That's what we have in the West, ladies and gentlemen. So sometimes when I talk, people stand, oh, don't bring Maitre Mola, let's listen again. Oh, don't share. I know all those things. I don't need that popularity. They already know me. All my life, I've been doing what I'm doing. So I don't need you to go and say, oh, I don't believe in views on social media because I started doing what I was doing when there was no social media. I remember the day when after we went to see Paamuna in Gembo, went to, I don't know, in Bangui, the central place, we stood in the middle there, we were talking to the public. There was no social media. I remember the days we used to go to Nkwen Park. We used to talk and to people there. There was no social media. I remember the day we went to Ntarikun Park talking to people. One of a lecturer there, Dr. Abod, whom I used to know of blessed memory, he saw me talking there, although I never went to letters. I did public law. He was pointing, that's my student. There was no social media. You don't need social media to do what you're doing today. Most of the people you see on social media, they are fake. Martin Luther King, there was no social media. Malcolm X, J.F. Kennedy, all those people. Mohammed Gandhi, no social media. Patrice Lumumba, no social media. Mandela, no social media. So some of you get flattered by social media. Maybe you get paid there, that's why you're worried. My message goes into the heart of A2D more than any other message. I know that. Because A2D knows that I speak sense. So they watch out. I had a lot of social media pages. They blocked it all. Do you know why? Some of you, they don't block your page because they know what I say is more dangerous to the society, can bring change. Most of my Facebook page was blocked because they know what I say is dangerous. I can say just one word. Bam. You can speak, oh, Etudi doesn't listen. What I say to Etudi, like example, I can say the Cameroons is not independent because we are in CEMAC. And the monetary policy and the interest rate is set by France. That's more dangerous than you coming to be shouting something that doesn't matter. Because most people don't know that. We don't have a Cameroon bank. They don't know that we are not even independent. The Minister of Finance, he doesn't do any job like Minister of Finance. Everything is decided in France. So La République du Cameroon doesn't want to listen to such things. So some of you, I don't know whether your political enemies, you help La République, oh, block this man, block. You block. You know why you do it? Because you're not ready for democracy. If you're ready for democracy, you won't bother. Whatever I say, you will listen. And to me, time is coming, we are working on something. We'll make sure we talk with people. If you cannot talk, whether you're a minister in the Cameroons, you cannot come and defend what you're doing, or you're what other pressure group, you are in the problem. Because if you cannot come and defend what you're saying in the same platform with somebody, come on, then you're not ready for democracy. You're not ready for the rule of law. You're not ready for the respect of individual and tolerance. You're not ready for personal belief, because opinion, belief is not communal, it's individual belief. So people should know that. When they say freedom of expression, it's not about group expression. Freedom of expression is an individual thing. So we should know that. It's an individual thing. If somebody doesn't agree with you, you have to respect that right. That's freedom of information. When you say, oh, this man is a blackleg, this man is a sellout, this man is an enabler, that's your traditional culture from where you come from Cameroon. Nobody is a sellout because we cannot always agree. Democracy, rule of law means that we have difference of opinion. Even in the same political party, you still have people with difference of opinion. So when you hear somebody say you are a blackleg, know that person doesn't know the Anglo-Saxon culture. When they say you are an enabler, know that they don't know the Anglo-Saxon culture. They are fighting, they want to annex you to be part of their tribe. Because in a democratic society, in an Anglo-Saxon society where they respect individual liberty, you don't call a person a blackleg. You don't call a person an enabler. You call people enabler because you want to force them to become your ethnicity. The way I was brought up when I was growing up from Boya, I don't care wherever you're from, whether you're in Nigeria or whatsoever, we were liberal. Those are our culture. That's how I was brought up. If you have your culture of blackleg, enabler or whatever, take it to your village and stay in your village. Because the reason I'm fighting La République du Cameroun is because I want this liberal culture that I was brought up in Boya, so that it should flourish everywhere. So ladies and gentlemen, this was a personal talk. If you like it, you like it. Give your opinion on it and just smile, because freedom of expression starts with you. If you cannot tolerate others, don't expect others to tolerate you. Take care and have a great day. This has been Alex Lisinge. Notre puissant, nous sommes libérés. Merci.